Hey everybody, welcome back. We're here for another daily fix, and we're alongside Erin today. And we're going to talk about what happens to the lower part of the body while we sit around at the office all day, and why it's such a problem for any activity or function that you're going to do the rest of the day, especially when you hit the golf course, how problematic it can be. So if we take a look at Erin sitting here, we're going to notice obviously the knees are bent up, so we start to get some shortening through the anterior part of those hip flexor regions. And then with the knee bend here, now we've kind of shortened that hamstring area as well. But we've lengthened through the glute a little bit. So now as she stands up, what we're going to notice is she comes into full extension here, stretching those shortened areas. So we've put a lot of pressure here, which starts to cause some problems. And then, we've also tried to activate the posterior chain, but it's not really working because we've kind of just sat around all day. So we really can get by with just our quad strength. So quads kind of overpower most of the movement. That's why in some of our assessments we identified that a lot of us have inhibited glutes, which is the powerhouse of the golf swing and kind of the functioning muscle that connects the upper and lower body. So Erin's going to walk through a couple of quick little movements that we can do to help kind of lengthen, the posterior part, that hamstring, and the anterior kind of hip flexor region to hopefully start to engage those a little bit more for proper function in whatever else the day may have. So what do you got for us today? I think she's got maybe a little leg swing for us.
Yeah, so you can just stand up right next to your office chair and hang on to.
Look at the excitement in her voice here.
We love this. Movement is great. So standing up nice and tall, you want to root through your feet. And we'll just take that outside leg nice and gently. You're just going to start with some nice swings. So keeping that knee soft, you can gradually get a little bit higher. You don't want to start with some super kicks to begin with. We don't want to pull anything.
So notice as she swings, as she brings that toe up in front, she's starting to lengthen that posterior portion of the leg, which we identified was shortened during the seated position. That's great. Okay, so we've got kind of the posterior going.
Perfect.
And then she's going to try to lengthen the anterior part here a little bit with just a...
And obviously you want to get both sides on there. But from there, it'd be great to go right into just a nice hip flex opener right here. So we're not going into a deep lunge, but we're taking that stance nice and wide. And as we come into it, you can really lengthen through the spine, draw the shoulders back, really open up the iliopsoas.
Right, so it's starting to get into that anterior part there on her right hip flexor, right? So we're kind of thrusting the pelvis forward, lengthening there, which has been extremely shortened in the seated position. So how long should we hold this pose, or should we hold it? What are your thoughts on this?
Oh, typically 20 to 30 seconds. I like to actually use the breath with it too. So as you inhale, you can release a little bit. As we exhale, sink into it a little bit deeper.
So a little more dynamic movement with us, and then probably what, maybe 8 to 10 swings per side.
Perfect.
So there you go. 2 simple exercises to help activate your body for better performance throughout the rest of your day. We'll see you soon in another fix.